everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're back at camp and it's going to be a work weekend this weekend, but y'all please don't tune out because you're going to get to see some pretty cool stuff. If y'all remember, the reason we started this channel was to kind of show y'all and try to motivate people through the outdoors with the things that God has blessed me to be able to do. We're trying to encourage and inspire people that if you have a disability or you have maybe had some surgery lately or you've got some kind of sickness or illness, that there is quality of life to live. And it's all about your mindset and it's the way that you look at things. And I can sit here and say, oh man, it sucks to be disabled. Or I can say, oh man, I'm blessed to be able to do the things that God's allowed me to do. And that's the way I feel about my life. So even though it's a work weekend, I know y'all can see behind us, we've got a bunch of bushes cut. And I'm just going to show y'all some stuff that I'm able to do. It's not that we're bragging or trying to say, hey, look at me and what I can do. We're just filming everyday life. And we hope that y'all enjoy the things that you see. We'll haul these limbs off. I got to get up on the roof and blow some stuff off. We got to go feed the deer. What else we got to do? We got to finish that trailer. We have been all week, me and Connor has been working on this little 6.5 by 12 or 6 by 12 and a half. Anyway, 6 by 12, I guess. Trailer for my brother-in-law. And we got to put the end caps on it, and that's about all we got left on it. And I should have filmed it, but I didn't. We'll film that part of it. But don't worry, I got another trailer, same size at my house, that's mine, that I got to do. So we'll probably get to that later. Like I said, we've been just trying to show y'all some stuff that I do in everyday life, and people seem to like it, so that's what we're going to do. Now, I know y'all see this rod and reel and stuff beside me, which brings us to our next exciting news. We have our first sponsor ever on the channel. We are now sponsored by Petal Outdoors in Petal, Mississippi. Go by there and see Jeff and Zach for all your hunting and fishing needs. They have a complete line of stuff. Went by the store and picked up this rod and reel the other day. This is a Falcon rod. It's a 6.5 foot rod, medium to heavy action. This dude is light as all get out. I've heard about Falcon rods for a long time. I'm really excited to be able to put this to use, hopefully pretty soon. We got a Daiwa reel. This is a Daiwa Tatula, I think is what it's called. It's got a 7-to-1 gear ratio, and man, this thing is smooth as butter. So they also have braided line. We picked up a pack of Grim Reapers for our crossbow. Bow season opens next week, so we're going to be getting to that kind of stuff, so y'all kind of hang with us. But not only do they have all the outdoor stuff, they are a complete outdoor power store too. They got a full line of Skag. They're a steel dealer. I think they got a Hustler brand over there too. So anything you need, they got you covered. So stop in there at Petal Outdoors and see Jeff and Zach, and they'll hook you up. We're excited to have them on board and look forward to what's coming in the future. But we're going to show y'all today, hang around, because we're going to show y'all today how I put all this together. I'm going to put the reel on, I'm going to string the line, spool the reel, and I don't impress myself a lot because it's just things I naturally learned how to do. But one thing that does impress me about myself is my fishing stuff, and it's I can't explain how I figured out how to do it. That's another God-given ability that I'm able to do through determination. But that's going to be pretty cool. So that's coming later. So y'all stick around. We're fixing to go to town, and then we're going to get to work. All right, guys, we just got back from town. We're fixing to finish this trailer up. And this is what I'm talking about we're putting on. I said end caps, but it's just a piece of angle iron. It's got 4 holes in it. It goes on your ends to keep your boards from kind of curling up. So we're going to finish this up real quick, and then we're going to get started picking our limbs up. And then me and Connor's going to go do a little pole sawing. Y'all stick around. And Stephanie's going to be bleaching our trailer, just getting everything cleaned back up, have it look nice where we can go and play on the weekends when we come down.
All right, guys, my drill crapped out on me, so after working on this thing all week long, we're gonna have to wait one more week. So I'm gonna have to go back and buy another drill. I can't complain about the drill. It's about 15 years old. I used to use it trapping to run a 2-inch auger to do my dirt holes with. So it's seen a lot of use. I got my money's worth out of it. It's just aggravating. Me and Connor's been working on this for 5 or 6 days now, and we thought we was gonna get it finished up, but it is what it is. So we're gonna move on to the next project. Stephanie's fixing to bleach the house, and we're gonna pick up these limbs and move on to the next chore. All right, the last one's just slid right off, so we're gonna see if we can do it again. Look at there. Got a couple on the bottom digging, buddy. I can pull out from under it. I'm surprised that stayed on there. All right, guys, that little project's over with. On to the next one. All right, guys, I wish I'd have took a before picture, but you kind of see how tall them things were, and we cut them. You can see Connor cut them about a foot off. They were over the roof there, and they set back up against the trailer, and we just couldn't get behind there to clean. But to us, it looks like a brand new place. We got to come back and get a couple more spots right in here with the bleach. But you can see the difference in this side, and then come over here and see what she's working on. It's been several years since we've done this because we're super bad about coming down here and playing this. There's enough work to be done off in the woods that this kind of gets left behind, but we're trying to catch back up on it. All right, guys, we're fixing to blow this roof off. And it's not bad, but you can see where all these leaves and straws right there. When it rains, that'll cause water to, it won't just sit there, but it slows it down. And if there's any kind of bad spot in your roof, it'll cause a leak. So we try to keep most of it blown off. y'all look right here, you can see why I'm doing this. Everywhere that pine straw was matted, it's got moisture up under there. Down there, this is the shadiest end of the trailer, so it catches a lot of leaves and pine straw. And it, it just holds that moisture. I don't know if shingles can rot or not. Y'all may know. Leave me a comment if that's true or not, but I feel like moisture sitting there all the time will deteriorate anything over time. So we do this about, what, every 6 months. And this end of the trailer's fairly clean. It's just this back end back here that we got to keep. And this is going to be one of our winter projects over here. Is replacing our back deck. All up under them leaves right there, it catches all this off this oak tree, and it just, we let it go over time, and all them decking boards are rotting. So me and Connor gonna come in here probably over Christmas break sometime when we got time and knock all that up. All the joist and post and all are good. It's just the top decking boards that are rotten, and we're gonna knock all that off and clean that up where we can get our old grill back going. If y'all look down here, that old grill, my daddy had a brother-in-law that worked in the oil rig, and he built that thing while he was at work, one hitch. And that thing has seen boo koodles and boo koodles of meat. We haven't cooked on it personally, I know, since you've been alive. And Connor's fixing to turn 19 in January, so we've got all the inside expanding metal and all replaced in it, but we just never come back here and cook because we used to have a covered shed over it, and that used to be the place to be. And then when that red building was our old skinning shed. And then if you turn around and look through them trees right there, that's our new one that we built. And we just kind of moved from the back to the front, and this has got neglected. And I just kind of want to get that back going, and just for Connor's sake, how we used to do things. It's kind of nice to go back to the past sometimes. But anyway, that's why I'm up here blowing the roof off. Everything's got to be maintained to a certain point. Got it. All right, as I was saying, that's about the 600th time my microphone's got knocked off. But I put it on my shirt. The way I got to grab things, it gets knocked off. I put it on my hat, it gets knocked off. So y'all just bear with me. All right, that little project's done. Stephanie gets through with her little project. We're going to go play a little bit and go up in the woods and feed the deer, change some batteries in the camera in front of the hog pen. We're going to see if we got a group of hogs up there that I'm trying to get for Sawyer. Sawyer wants to go hog trapping, so I'm going to try to get them. And bow season opens up here real soon, so hopefully next video or two we're going to get some of this work knocked out and we're going to go back to playing, guys. The bulldogs are loving being down here. I don't know if we formally introduced them on the channel or not, but that's Molly and Jesse. The big fat one's Molly, and the little spunky one's Jesse. Well, we have finished most of the chores that we're going to do today. We still have chores that we need to do. All work and no play makes me mad. So we're going to go up in here, we're going to feed the deer, ride around the woods a little bit. Then we're going to come back, we're going to line the new rod and reel. And probably not long after that, we're going to head back to the house and probably throw something together to cook tonight. So All right, we've made it up here to the hog pen. Like I said, there's a group of hogs up here. We're trying to get Sawyer some hogs. He wants to trap some. He wants to do another video. He's actually already done a video himself. If he lets me post it, I'm gonna post it. But we're gonna change the batteries in the camera because they went dead in the middle of last week. So I don't know if the hogs are in here or not. They were coming in here pretty much every night. So we're gonna change that, put out some corn. Then we're gonna walk right under the hill here and see if we can't see the gator that's in this lake. We saw him last week. We couldn't get fast enough with the camera to get it zoomed in and all. So we're gonna see if we can't catch him slipping today. All right, we're in a little spot in here that we got made up for Connor. And unfortunately, we don't have our four-wheeler running right now. So it's a walk in, but it's a pretty little area. We're gonna walk in here and see the deer. It's the bad part about having hogs. They come in here at the end of last year and tore my motor off. So that's why we're pulling it on the ground right now, is because we ain't got a motor. All right, guys, if y'all are still watching this video, first of all, thank you. But I want to talk to you for just a second. I've had several people that follow me have been bringing up the issue of they're not getting their notifications when I put out a new video. And we notice our views have been down a little bit and our subscriptions. And I mean, that may just be the way it is, but I have had more than one subscriber tell me that they're not getting their notifications on their phone when I post a new video. So we went on our end and checked everything on all the settings on my phones. Stephanie even contacted YouTube to make sure there was nothing going on there. So everything's okay on our end. And I guess I should have put this at the beginning of the video. I'll probably do that at the next one. But if y'all are still watching this video, what you need to do is go back into your, look right there, Stephanie. Look at all this hog wallering. Right in the middle of the road, just but go to y'all settings and check if you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And there'll be a bell. It's like a little Liberty bell. Punch that bell, and it should bring up all. What does it say? All, some, new, something like that. But click all, and every video I put out should send a notification to your phone.
Then you also have to go into your settings and your notifications under your settings and go to YouTube and make sure that you have your YouTube settings under your notifications set to notify you.
So y'all go check that out. Maybe that'll help pick up our views and our subscribers and all. So just wanted to bring that up because we want everybody watching that wants to watch. There's always something in the road, man. With bow season on its way, I'm going to walk out here and check this ginormous white oak tree. Look how tall that dude is. It may be still a little early. That tree kind of crooked, and you can tell. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it goes up there and kind of makes a left-hand turn. So most of the limbs are out on this side, so this would be where the majority of the acorns would be. I think it's got some on it up there.
There's not just a whole bunch down here, but
No,
there
but
are
I
some.
mean, it still may be a little early though. It looks like something's been in here rooting around these leaves. Here's a bunch of old ones. Yeah, look. So you can see that one right there. It's still got the acorn in it. So they're not, that's usually a really big acorn. So that was kind of premature. So that probably got knocked off a couple weeks ago. So this might be a good spot to come back and check in a couple weeks. All right, guys, I'm fixing to put my rod and reel together. Then I'm gonna spool it with line, and that's probably all we're gonna do with it today, because it's gonna be next weekend or after before I can even go fishing. But I thought y'all may want to see this. It's I'm a little slow, so be patient. If you don't want to watch it, you can skip to the rest of the video. All right, get my eyes on. Because I'm old. Stephanie's gonna hold the spool of line for me. All right, got it to come up under the spool. I need to pull some. Tell you what, this stuff is extremely soft. There we go. All right. All right, all I did was put my line under the spool, pulled it out the backside, grabbed it in front, and pulled it up, and made me a big old loop. Then I wrapped my line 6 times back through the hole. I think that's called the trilene knot or the fisherman knot. That's all I do. And then I put 2 double knots behind it just to keep it from slipping. I have used 2 double knots on mono or this. I mean, it's just keep it simple. It doesn't have to be any kind of big fancy knot. All right, and I usually just let it get a couple of wraps on it. I hold the line between my toes to keep even pressure. She's got a pencil through the spool. And we just put line on there. I think this reel holds 150 yards of line. So, and this is 30-pound test braid. So I'll be able to use it frogging and take it to the coast, red fishing, speck fishing, whatever. So we're hoping to get back down to the coast this month, but we'll just have to see how life plays out. All right, let me get my glasses back on. That's about good. All right. You can see, I can probably put a little bit more line on there. In fact, I may. I don't know, this side looks, I'm probably gonna hang out right there for a little while. But that's it, guys. And I'm just gonna tie my line to my eye. Just using a double knot because I'm gonna rig it back up. That's gonna be in the next video. I'll show y'all how I rig it. I apologize for me being so hot, but it's hot in this shed. It feels good out there, but it's hot in this shed. But that's how I do it. It takes me a little bit longer than a normal person, but that's a small price to pay to be able to do the things that you love to do and have your independence. So there it is, spooled up. Y'all stay tuned for the next video, which it'll probably be a short on how I rig my hook and weight and stuff like that. I think we're through with our camp chores. Or we're not through with our camp chores. We have done all we're going to do today. Let me say that. And we're going to watch a little college football. Probably going to head back to the house and cook something good to eat. I'm thinking swamp soup, turnip green soup. Some people call it turnip green soup. We're going to stop and get the ingredients for that on the way home. Throw that together when we get there, and we'll show y'all how we make it. So y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, we have made it back home, and we're fixing to cook us some supper. Tonight we're going to have swamp soup, turnip green soup, whatever anybody ever wants to call it. And this is the way we do it. We got us some onions. We got us some Conecuh sausage.
hickory smoke. We got us a big can of Glory Bound, or is that Glory Bound? Glory Foods seasoned turnip greens. Got diced tomatoes, pinto beans, Great Northern beans, and black-eyed peas. So, first, goes the sausage. It calls for broth, and we usually make our own homemade chicken broth, but we're out of it. So what we do have is some homemade wild turkey broth. That's what we're pouring in now. What we do with our turkey legs on our wild turkeys is we boil them down and make a wild turkey salad out of it, really. Kind of like chicken salad, but it's turkey. But we boil the meat and we keep the broth that it's made in. So we're gonna let this simmer and cook down and let everything marinate. We're probably gonna boil some of this off because I probably just added a little too much, which, I mean, it's soup, but I don't like it that soupy. But with the sausage and the wild turkey broth, that ought to mix together. That ought to be really good. All right, guys. We'll be back. All right, guys. We've been letting this simmer for about half an hour. The only seasoning that we have added to this, because the turnip greens are seasoned in the can, is red pepper. So everything else, we didn't touch anything. So we're fixing them. Put some in a bowl. Try it out. It smells delicious. We're gonna let these cool off, and then we're gonna taste test it, and then we're probably gonna put an end to this video. It's gonna be a pretty lengthy video, but it's been a long, hot day, and we're tired, so we're fixing to eat. We're probably fixing to turn in, but we're gonna take a bite and tell y'all how it tastes. That is some good stuff. I really can't tell the difference with the turkey broth from the chicken broth, but hey, it worked. This is usually a cold weather deal for us, but we was hoping this weekend would be cool. We missed it by one weekend. Next weekend here in Mississippi is supposed to be cool, so I don't know. It is what it is. Still a good meal. So that's our version of it. I don't know if it's different from everybody else's version, but that's the way we like to cook it. We've had a good day. We've had a productive day. We didn't get everything we wanted to get done at the camp, but we got a lot of stuff done. We worked, we played, we explored, and we had some good food. So it's a good day in my book. y'all like the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.